Howdy my peeps and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing this little Copic thing that I did in my sketchbook. But before I get into all of that, I would like to give a shout out to Shell Draws, who is the comment of the week. Thank you so much for your comment. Oh my goodness. She's also a black artist here on YouTube, so if you are looking for another black artist to watch, go check her out. I watched one of her videos earlier today before I went to work, and it was really nice, so I highly recommend. I'm also on Patreon, and I also have an Etsy. However, my Etsy shop is going to be closed until the 18th because there is a COVID outbreak at my job, and the last thing I want to do is give someone COVID. So I'm currently okay, but I just want to make sure that you will be okay. So my shop's closed until the 18th. As you can imagine, I've had a really long week, and I'm not gonna lie, sis is kind of tired. It's actually 10 o'clock, a little past 10 at the time of me recording this. I do the drawing around 7, I think, after a whole lot of stuff happening at work. So, to be completely honest, I didn't really feel like drawing today. Which, it happens sometimes. It do be like that. So, I did procrastinate for a little bit before I actually sat down and drew something. The thing that eventually kind of motivated me to just go ahead and sit down and draw something was this drawing here, which is actually on my wall. It's of my OC Lens, and in this drawing he looks like he's just really not in a good mood, and that's how I was feeling. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to redraw that. But I didn't really, it's like I glanced at it and then decided to redraw it. In the original drawing, his shirt is actually browned. That's not what I meant to say, brown. However, in the drawing that I did today, I made it green. In hindsight, I should have made it brown, but I wasn't looking at the old drawing as I was drawing this. I kind of just glanced at it for a brief moment and then went to draw this. Kind of wish I had paid more attention and made it brown because at the beginning of my sketchbook, I have another drawing of this character and he's wearing a green shirt, but it's slightly different. It's the same exact greens, but the stripes are going in a different direction. And I don't know if I like the fact that there's two drawings very close to each other in the sketchbook as well with a similar color scheme like that. I don't know. I don't know. For whatever reason, I just don't really like that. But it's too late. It's already been done, and I'm not gonna redo it. At least I'm not gonna redo it now. Maybe one day I'll redraw it because I didn't originally intend to redraw that first drawing anyway, so who knows what'll happen. But anyways, I did a little bit of experimenting with the coloring in this one. Also, I meant to mention this earlier, but I forgot. Anyways, the cropping in this is a little weird because my head was in the frame, and a significant amount of it, so I tried my best to crop it out, but because of that, the drawing's kind of not centered. So I'm sorry about that. But anyways, I experimented a little bit with the shading because normally whenever I color with Copics, I typically just use a darker version of whatever color I'm using. But this time I went with a purpley dark, not really dark, but a cool purple for the shadows, which I did something similar with the drawing at the beginning of my sketchbook, the one with the very similar green shirt. In fact, that was the first time that I'd ever used a shadow color like that. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. The first time that I can remember. But this time I really wanted to play around with that, and I had a lot of fun with that. Thought that was really nice. I got a little excited about it and colored a significant part of the left side of his sweater with that color, and then after that I was like, well, it doesn't make sense for there to be this large amount of how do you say that? A large shadow? I don't know if that's how I'm trying to say. Well, language, it's just not working right now. Anyways, So there's just like a large part of the character was in the shadow, and I guess. And it didn't make sense for there to be a white background and then all these shadows. So I eventually got some Prismacolors, and I colored in like a box with like blacks and, not blacks, just black, and some blues and a little bit of purple, you know, to kind of give it a little background. And I really like how it turned out, and considering the fact that I just wasn't really feeling it just in general, but feeling like drawing beforehand, I had a lot of fun with this drawing. And I'm glad that I did kind of push myself to go ahead and draw something, because like I said, I had a lot of fun with it, and I like how it turned out. But anyways, I don't really have much else to say, so you know what, I'm gonna come back later. So this is how the drawing turned out. The colors are a little off in the video because the light is like reflecting off the paper and like messing up the colors. And I tried to fix it in the editing program, but it still doesn't look quite right. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Shout out to my patrons, Turtle Bun Buns, Ariana, and Sister Donna55. Thank you so much for being my patrons. I really appreciate you and everything that you do. Wow, oh my goodness, I'm also on Ko-fi and different social media platforms, so you can check me out if you like. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please enjoy the rest of your day, my peeps.